open to answer all your questions. You're all welcome. Any question you have in relation to hair ventilation, I'm available, I'll answer them. So currently, I'm ventilating a 7 by 7 closure, as you can see. Very huge, very wide. Yeah, and I just started. So if you want to learn how to ventilate closures, any type of closure, that is the 4 by 4, the 2 by 6, 2 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6, 7 by 7, frontals, 13 by 4, 13 by 6. I mean, any type of laser you want to learn how to ventilate. This is the same process that you go through. This is actually a different type of knot, and this is a single knot, and usually I do this type of knots for braided wigs. Yeah, so this is actually for a client and she wants to use it to make a braided wig. So use the single knots. Yeah. Or also termed as like one knot. So the single knot simply means that when you take your strand of hair, you roll it over, then you knot only once. Yeah, that is a single knot. And that is the type of knot I'll be using today throughout the whole lace. So I'm available to answer all your questions. Anything you want to know about hair ventilation, you can ask me and I'll gladly answer. And also in the course of ventilation, you can see I'm leaving lines and holes in between. So I'm actually leaving one line and one hole. Right after this, in between these two holes is a one hole. Yeah, this. In between two holes is one hole. I hope you can see. Yeah. So I'm actually leaving two, and in between two holes I leave one hole. So with this one I won't ventilate here, I'll ventilate on the next hole. And since she's using it for a braided wig, me doing it this way will allow her to cut freely into the lace. Whatever pattern she wants to go in for, whether triangular pattern, rectangular or square pattern, she can do that simple, like easily, because there are holes in between and there are lines in between. Let me comb them for you to see. You can see there are lines in between. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm available to answer all your questions as well. So any question that you want to ask me, let me know. And I'm also using a human hair blend in the color one to ventilate. Human hair blend. It's a human hair, but like a blend hair, synthetic, yes. And with the strands, I'm picking only two strands at most, two strands. If you haven't followed me, please follow me. I make content in relation to hair, wig making, braiding, and also AI content. Storytelling, I mean, African folktale here. So don't forget to follow me. Go check out my previous videos. I answer to all comments. So this is the hair I'm using here. make sure you are holding it firmly so it doesn't come off. If your grip is too loose, you you will get the hair like scratching around. I don't know if you get me. That if your grip, let's say my grip is too loose, I wouldn't be able to even pick the strands. It's because I'm perfect at this, that's why I'm able to. But for a beginner, when when your grip is too loose or not too tight, picking up the strands will be a bit difficult. And you don't have to hold it too tight too. Otherwise, picking up a strand too would also be difficult. Let's say if my grip is too tight, if I pick the strand, pulling as a beginner, you struggle with it, and even your fingers will become very sore because your grip is too tight. But just keep it in mind that your grip should be not too loose and not too tight either. I hope you all can hear me. So that is it. I'm leaving one hole in between and one line in between. So these are the holes. These are the holes, sorry, and these are the lines in between. You can see there is a line in between each row. Hair ventilation can sometimes be hectic, but trust me, it's therapeutic as well. The only disadvantage is that you have to sit on your butt for like several hours. But it's very beautiful. Like in the end, you see that you created it just a beautiful masterpiece. So as you can see, they are coming together. Please like and share to your friends as well. You can use this opportunity to learn a skill today. Learn a skill. Hair ventilation is a skill that pays a lot. I hope you all can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Type it in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me because I can't see anything. Welcome. Please let me know if you can hear me because I can't see anything. So I am ventilating a 7 by 7 closure. That is, I'm making a closure from scratch. Just pick your strand. At most two, you wrap it around turn it downwards, then pull through the hook, then you secure your knots. As simple as that. Let's take it again. You pick at most 2 strands, you wrap it around, you make sure your needle is facing downwards, then you pull through the hole to secure a knot. Then that is it. You have your hair in the lace. So that is what I'll be doing throughout. And as you can see, I left a line in between. There is a line in between, and also I'm leaving holes in between. So we have different types of pattern when it comes to ventilation. Pattern, yeah. So there's a diagonal pattern. Diagonal. You can see they are all moving diagonally. Diagonally. So depending on what you are going to use the lace for, or what you are going to use the lace for depends on what pattern you should use. So as I said earlier, I am using it for a braided wig. Yeah, it's actually for a client and she's using it for a braided wig. So diagonal pattern is one of the best patterns you can use. I'm open for all your questions as well. Anything you want to know in relation to hair ventilation, I'm available to answer all your questions. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also share my videos to your friends, families, and loved ones. This is a great opportunity for you to learn a skill today. You can see this very neat, very demure. So as you can see, I left a line in between, and I'm starting my next ventilation on a different line. I will be moving at a faster pace, but if you want me to slow down, let me know and I'll gladly do that. You can see my strands are getting finished. This is where I pick up my strands. I can't take all because taking out some of the hairs will be a bit difficult. So you grab a section of the strands, you fold it into one half, 1/4, sorry, 1/4. And make sure your grip is a little bit tight, not too tight and not too loose either. at most 2 strands. You wrap it around, you tilt the needle, make sure it passes through the hole, then you secure your knots. Let's take it again. You pick at most 2 strands, pass it through the hole, make sure you tilt your pin downwards, then you secure your knots. With this method, you can ventilate any type of closure, whether a 4x4, a 2x4, a 5x5, a 6x6. I'm working on a 7x7. You can ventilate a full lace, a frontal. What matters the most is you being able to secure a knot. If you're able to secure a knot and you know the right pattern to use, depending on what you are using the lace for, you are good to go. Please do me a favor by subscribing to my channel and liking this video and sharing as well. You can also check out my previous content. I've done a couple of videos about hair ventilation and how to ventilate as a beginner. So I want to change the method. Although I'm going to use the diagonal pattern, I want to teach you another way of how to ventilate diagonally. So if you take a close look at the lace, you can see some of the lines that are moving diagonally. Yes, I'm going to follow that same pattern or line, then we proceed. So if you check here, I'll still be leaving holes in between. So after this one, the next hole is this, so I'm going to ventilate here. I'll skip one hole and ventilate on the next hole. So this is it. Skip one hole, ventilate on the next hole. Yes, easy peasy. Skip one, leave one hole, ventilate on the next hole. I come to this line, I use the same method. As you can see, I've left a line in between diagonally here. available to answer all your questions. So I'm still ventilating diagonally. Yeah, as you can see. So let's go back to re-ventilating. We are still ventilating diagonally, just that this time around I'm not moving in the diagonal direction, but it will still end up being diagonally. Like you can still tell from the other ventilation that I've done that they were still moving diagonally. You can see they were still moving diagonally, although I didn't ventilate that one like how I did here, but they are still moving diagonally. So that is it. So you can get a human hair from the market, or any type of hair, whether synthetic, human hair, blend, any type that you can afford. You can buy only the bundles, come home, watch this video, and as time goes on, you practice and you get better at this. Then you create yourself. You create for yourself a beautiful closure. Because honestly speaking, closure is very expensive on the market these days. So you being able to ventilate your own closure will save you much. It will save you from spending too much. And you can even use that as a skill. You can start ventilating or creating closures for people who at a fee. Something you can do and earn money from. Like this one, for instance, this is for a client. So obviously I'm being paid to do this. Hair ventilation is sometimes tiring, but honestly, you look at the brighter side of it, that is the money that we take. So I'm picking two strands, at most two strands, then I pass it through the hole to secure a knot. Pick the strands, pass it, make sure it goes through the hole. If you can see it, then I use it to secure a knot. Please don't forget to like and share this live as well. I'm also open to answer all your questions. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you would want to do? Is air ventilation something that you would consider doing? Or if you have a fair knowledge about it, let me know as well. I'm going to work on this side too a little. Follow this pattern too a little. You're welcome. So I'm ventilating a 7 by 7 closure. I'm actually making the closure from scratch, and I'll be using this closure for a braided wig. It's actually for a client, and she'll be using it for a braided wig. The extension I'm using is a human hair blend. So it's actually a synthetic weave, and she'll be using it to create a beautiful masterpiece. So if you are new and you want to learn how to ventilate, this is a simple process on how to ventilate your closures. You just pick at most two strands. You can see these are the strands. I pick them, I pull them out from the hole, I wrap it around, then I pull through the hole to secure a knot, and voila, you have one piece of strand in a hole. I'll take it again. I pick these strands here, pass them through the hole, wrap it around, then secure a knot. I pull to secure the knot. That's it. I'm leaving two holes, sorry, one hole in between. You can see there are holes here. I don't ventilate. Here is it. I don't ventilate these holes. I leave one hole, then ventilate the next hole. There is a hole here, but I don't ventilate this hole. I move on to the next one. I think when I get to the green section, you see that clearer. Get it? The net here almost matches with the canvas head I'm using. And I'm leaving one line in between. As you can see, a line has been left in between. These lines is full of holes. I'm leaving that line and ventilating on the next line. Still leaving one hole in between. I'm available to answer all your questions. doing. So I'll be taking some strands like this, and I proceed to ventilate. Very beautiful, very demure. You can try to just spoon too. This is just like a DIY. You get your strands, your lace, and then your pin. Then try this at home. You can make yourself beautiful clothes without having to go to the market to buy clothes. I don't remember the last time I bought a clothes. Okay, I do buy them because usually I buy packet hairs for my wig making. Yeah, so sometimes my clients request for a closure. But if I'm making them for myself, if I'm making them for myself or I'm making it for a client, that if she wants to use it for a braided wig, no, I don't buy closures. I make them from scratch. Yeah, ventilating a 7 by 7 closure. That is, I'm making a closure from scratch. The extension I'm using is a hair blend, and I'm using the diagonal pattern alongside with one single knot. This is so pretty, isn't it? I'm using this method for you to see that you can achieve this same diagonal pattern this way too as well. You can see. Ventilating diagonally, I'm leaving one hole as usual, one hole in between. coming together. Now let's go back to our old method. So it's either you can either choose to stick to one method or combine both. For me, I combine both. I do this one a little, do the other one a little. When you are ventilating, make sure your eyes are wide open so you can tell the difference between the holes. Just to make sure you are not ventilating on the hole that you are supposed to skip. Sorry. If you ventilate in the hole that you are supposed to skip, you get confused at a certain point in time. So just make sure your eyes are wide open. And at a certain point in time, so after practicing like oftentimes, you get used to it. You obviously get to know which hole you have to skip and which hole you have to ventilate in. But as a beginner, I think you'll be having some difficulties. So you can see this is it. So it's now. Hi dear. To make a 13 by 6 closer. It depends on what you are doing in the course of the day. Sometimes when I want to ventilate these types of closures, I make sure maybe I don't have a lot to do in the day. Because when you start and you put it down and you want to come back again, sometimes you feel so lazy. So usually when I want to start ventilating any of my closures, depending on the closure I'm ventilating, if I'm ventilating a 4 by 4, a 2 by 4, a 2 by 6, for that one I can do it in a day. I can ventilate a 4 by 4, a 2 by 6, a 2 by 4, yeah, 4 by 4 in a day. But 5 by 5, I'll take, let's say, 1.5 day. But from 6 by 6, 7 by 7, this is a 7 by 7, and I'm just beginning. So I think I can use 2 days to ventilate this. So 13 by 4 and 13 by 6, I'll use 3 days, at most 3 days. And within that 3 days, I make sure maybe I'm not cooking in the 3 days, or I don't have anything to do that would take much of my time. Yes, with that one, I can use 3 days. But if I have a lot to do in the course of the day, I think 4 or 5 days, yes. It will take 4 or 5 days for me to complete a 13 by 6 closure. But if I have nothing to do, I think roughly by 3 days at most, the maximum should be 3 days, and I'll be done. Thanks for the question, and I hope I've answered your question. I'm available to answer more questions. Anything you want to know about hair ventilation, please let me know. So after this very line, I'll bring my life to an end. I think this is enough for you to go practice on how to ventilate. And like I said, I have very detailed videos on my channel for beginners who are finding it difficult to ventilate. And it's an up close video as well, so you can learn a lot from that video and practice more. The most important thing here is you practicing. You know, there is a saying that experience is the best teacher, or practicing makes you better. So if you practice more, you become better at your craft. So practice more. And this is it. Very beautiful. So if my clients want to